at this kid. He's 19. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. And I want all you cool dudes to think about this. While you're watching your gangster rap and you're looking for a stolen gun and you're shooting at your buddies and your buddy's house and your buddy's car, when you're shooting, this guy thought he was going to be you or you're going to be him, and now he's going to prison for the rest of his life upon conviction. Plus his other aggravated assault charge in possession of a firearm by a convicted juvenile. He's not even supposed to have a gun at all. So he wants this to be the image. And truly, folks, you understand why people would not testify against him in court. You understand why witnesses didn't want to come forward, because he carried a gun and he would shoot you and cared less. We've not recovered the firearm for the shooting, but you can see him. Guns, all guns. Play that again. Bragging about it. Any questions?
So the evidence you have against Chandler is the fact that there's parts of that rap video that weren't publicly known?
That's part of the video. At the time he made that video, only the shooter would have known he shot the guy in the back. And we have lots of other evidence that we're not revealing here today. We find out that he has made this rap video. I got to tell you what, he's not much of a rapper. My rapper expert tells me he doesn't sing well, he doesn't move well, you know, he's just a terrible rapper. But he's a stupid rapper because, you know, he not only makes him a rap video about shooting somebody, he admits shooting the guy in the back. I'm a coward rapper, that's what I am. If you don't believe me, watch me shoot the guy in the back. What? I'm going to introduce you to a victim. As you know, Marcy's Law doesn't allow us to give victims' names unless there is an agreement. Well, the victim's mother wants us to use his name and to even talk about his history because she is so passionate about trying to stop this from occurring to any other mother's child. The victim's John McGee. He's 33 years of age. Now, he is an adult by every sense of the word, but he's still his mama's baby. He's still her child. She admits readily that he has misbehaved throughout life and that he has conducted himself in a manner that she does not approve of, and she's told him that. He's known as Bang Bang. That should give you an idea of who our victim is. And he's a known gang member. I want you to understand that he was released from prison on October the 8th. October the 8th, he was released from prison where he did 4 or 5 years. He's a troublemaker, make no mistake about it, but he shouldn't have died. But on December the 17th, just more than 2 months after he was released from prison, he was shot in the back. He was shot. He was on Pirates Way, and that's in Secret Cove off of Skyview. And here's what we know. When he was originally shot, went to the hospital, he was expected to recover. We started the investigation. And as the investigation went on, 24 days later, he died. in the hospital. Now, some of you may say, well, what kind of hospital care was that? They were giving him the best hospital care. But as he started to get better, he refused to take the medicine that they said he had to have in order for his body to heal. Now, during this period of time, we're talking with him because we're trying to determine who shot him. He would not cooperate. What little bit he said, he lied to us, and he lied to us, and then he refused to take his medicine. So we're up at the hospital now, not only as detectives, but trying to say, hey, dude, you have got to take your medicine. He was going to get well and go back and seek revenge on his own against this other opposing gang member. That's right. What we believe is he wanted to take care of it himself. He didn't want that gang member locked up, because if he was locked up, he couldn't get to him. So he begins to decline over this 24 days. And the sicker he got, the more he refused the medicine, the more we talked to him. He took to his death the person that shot him. But he shouldn't have been shot. Why was he shot? Well, it was an opposing gang member. I call it a testosterone overload. He was mean mugging. He was bad eyeing the other gang members. And as a result, the event occurred. Well, who shot him? Interestingly enough, I'm going to spend a few minutes on this because this illustrates the problem. This is Ladarian Chandler. Ladarian is 19 years of age. He's a self-proclaimed rapper, and he shot John McGee in the back as he ran away. And then he made a rap video about it. Now, first off, come on, man. You shoot someone else in the back? What kind of coward is that? But that's exactly what he did. So before I go further, other than to tell you there was an argument in the street, he shot him in the back, let me tell you about Ladarian Chandler. He was on juvenile probation even though he was 19 years old. He previously had 7 felony arrests, 5 misdemeanor arrests, everything from resisting to theft to vehicle theft. He was just a mess. But here's a picture of him. I want you to see this picture. This is when he was 18 years of age. And this was after he was released from a high-risk facility where he spent 1 year in jail. But let's go back. When was his first arrest? When he was 11. Then he was arrested when he was 13, 14, 15, and 15, and 17. The Department of Juvenile Justice, who I often say has a difficult time telling a child the difference in a child committing childish acts that are criminal and a hardcore criminal as a juvenile. This was a hardcore criminal as a juvenile, but to DJJ's credit, they had him in detention, incarcerated on 3 different occasions. The first time for 1 month, that didn't do any good. The second time for 2 months, that didn't do any good. The third time for 12 months. That didn't do any good. This photograph was taken within a day or 2 or a week after he was released from his 3rd stint in lockup. He never learned. Not only that, 32 days later, after this photo, That's when he shot John McGee, 32 days later. Did I mention that this bad-looking dude, and he was bad and mean in the streets when he had a gun, because he would point it, he would threaten, he would shoot. This is only the times we know about. We don't know about the drive-bys and the shootings that never got reported to us, because a lot of times they don't talk. Most times they don't talk. We don't know about all of those times, but what we know is despite the juvenile justice system effort to the contrary, this is what he looked like the week after he was released, and 32 days later he shoots John McGee, who subsequently dies. Now, let me give you some background. My rapper expert is one of my detectives who loves rap music, and he's into it, and he self-proclaimed, kind of like the rapper, that this was one of the worst rappers he's ever listened to in his entire life. So we investigate further, and nobody in the neighborhood knows anything. You go to one of these scenes, there's 200 people in the parking lot, and you talk to them all, and they all just got out of the bathroom. I was in the bathroom when that happened. 200 people in 20 bathrooms. It's crowded, but that's where they are. But we started making arrests. And as we started making arrests, we even arrested a mama along the way. As we started arresting people, when we got mama arrested, when we started back in there for another wave of arrests, they went, we'll talk to you. So people started loosening up. My homicide detectives are simply the very best, and they started to give us information. Now, follow me here. This shooting occurred on, December 17th. He dies about a month later. It takes us 2.5 months to build the criminal case. But just after, while we're doing this, he pulls a gun on another guy in Secret Cove, Pirates Way, the same street, just a little ways over. Fortunately for us, because we didn't have a case, wasn't even real sure, because there were several people around, who the trigger man was at that point. Fortunately, he didn't kill that guy. But patrol arrested him for that case and put him in jail. So he was easy for us to find when we wanted to serve the first-degree murder warrants on him. When we served the first-degree murder warrants on him, he wanted to be bad. I'm a bad man. He is, and he's legitimately bad when he's got a gun, but I'm a bad man. I'm not talking to you. I'm not cooperating. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're bluffing me. You ain't charging me with nothing. You don't have anything. Well, when we laid that first-degree murder warrant on him, subsequent to that, he started crying like a baby that lost his pacifier. And ostensibly, his gun was his pacifier. He bragged that he carried a gun all the time, and he would shoot his rivals. Now, he didn't call them rivals, but you'll have to listen to the video and add your own words, because we've blanked out some inappropriate words that he used. But now he's charged with first-degree murder. So I ask you this. He had to be cool. He had to make his rap videos. He sent this out for other kids to see. And that's what's happening in this rap world today. That's why we have these drive-by shootings. That's why we have these kids ganging up in their individual gangs. then they don't talk to us because they're going to go back and revenge the conduct themselves. While this shooting's taking place and we're dealing with this, and there's a shooting in Lakeland where 11 are shot, and we're dealing with one in Lake Wells where a 12 and a 14-year-old and a 19-year-old girls are shot in two different houses asleep in the middle of the night.
Now this right here, this is such a cautionary tale, bro. It's funny, it's sad, it's disappointing, but it's definitely an all-around cautionary tale to all my young cats who want to be like that. Now, I don't know if the part when the police said he broke down crying is true. I mean, maybe he did, you know what I'm saying? It probably wouldn't be the first nigga, you know what I'm saying? But the lyrics part is crazy, bro. Like, and he's still innocent to proven guilty, right? He's still innocent to proven guilty. I wonder what other evidence they got. I mean, he sounded like he was a wild boy anyway, you know what I'm saying? He's like, and the music was trash. I ain't gonna lie, or that song at least. Like, that shit, I was like, damn, I thought his shit would have been harder or something. Like, oh, they must have wanted him. His shit was hard. Like, some people make, even though it's fucked up, some people make good diss music. Like, but that shit was like some beginner level shit. I'm like, are y'all sure he did this? His shit don't even sound believable, but I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, and I guess the police said it started over, they stared down each other or something. I mean, if you think about it, it is a crazy age range. He was 19, the dude was 33. So it could be some shit like they wouldn't be hanging around each other. Or I mean, it's possible, but more than likely, nah, they're not in the same fucking friend circle. Even if they're in the family together, if they're the same family, they still not hanging around the same people. Like, unless it's family sometimes, you see what I'm saying? And they would have said that. They're not family, they would have said that. But like, nigga, y'all niggas gotta stop ratting on y'all self, bro. That nigga told me he shot him in the back, and I looked at it because that whole press conference is long. That's why I just chopped it up into the important parts. Kind of put, I made my edit of it. To, the parts that are relevant to what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, bro, he said the shit happened. He said at that point he would have been the only person that knew. Like, so I guess it wasn't announced yet that that person had been killed. You know what I mean? Type shit, like, or how he would have been killed, how he was killed, type shit. But he didn't really say nothing too descriptive. Like, he didn't say I shot this 33-year-old nigga, but hopefully that nigga didn't. But if he did, he was a stupid son of a bitch, man. And motherfuckers be trying to chase clout. I hope that's not what it is. It just sounds crazy, bro. But watch. It's gonna be some more crazy evidence that come out, like a video or some shit. Like, we have footage of him. Like, you feel me? Like, but he said, so as he said old boy shot him 2 times? I think that's what he said. No, old boy shot him in the back and then he went to the hospital and didn't take his medicine, or I was kind of confused. I think he said he shot him twice. I don't know. But that shit is trippy, yo. That shit trippy as fuck. And that's why I be saying, man, don't say shit. If you actually doing the actual shit, don't be saying that. I'm not preferring that some of y'all niggas go do some shit, but if the shit you actually doing, don't say it, bro. Like, steer away from that shit, bro. Like, because they are using, I don't understand how niggas don't know they using lyrics and shit. Social media. And then look at the pictures. Him holding a gun and shit. See, shit like that is not a good look. You got that big ass gun after you just got out, they say. They look like an Instagram or a Snapchat post. I ain't gonna lie. Or maybe Facebook. It looked like a story post. So it's like, man, they watching that shit. You out here doing shit, and I just wouldn't advise. I can't tell you what to do. I'll just say, look at that whole situation, how much intel they got. And they probably got more, like you said. You feel me? Like, but they trying to put Broadway for life. Like, that nigga ain't got no facial hair. That nigga ain't even, man, that nigga ain't dead. No, that nigga ain't met the girl of his dreams yet, bro. Like I always say, nigga ain't even hit the baddest chick. Nigga ain't just even made 100 racks yet. You know what I'm saying? Now your shit is gone. No money, you broke in jail type shit. Niggas got to take it easy, bro. And if that shit really started over a staring contest, bro, niggas got to chill, bro. Like, niggas got too much pride, bro. I know it is annoying when niggas stare at you and shit, but why don't you stare and say what's up instead of, you know what I mean? And that's if motherfucker mean mug you, I can kind of understand it. And that's what he says, mean mugging, but damn, how that shit go straight? I don't know. It's the hood, so it can, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It do get like that. But I just wouldn't go rap about it and shit as well. Like, I'm not going, if that's what's really happening, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think that this shit is, what y'all think about it? Because this is a crazy story. Y'all think he did it? Y'all think the lyrics is what got him hemped up? Y'all think he didn't do it? Let me know, because that was crazy. That's why I had to chop it up for y'all and really put it into perspective so niggas can really see this shit. Like, but y'all let me know in the comments what y'all man. Like, comment, subscribe, notification button. I'm going, yeah.
Camera music. I did my time, just like a man. I came home, stuck to the plan. No more probation, you understand? No more probation, you understand? I did my time, yeah, just like a man, yeah. I came home, yeah, stuck to the plan, yeah. No more probation, yeah, you understand? Yeah, no more probation, yeah, you understand? Yeah, I had to